Specialties car number 29, Jeff Brownell Jr. So again, 9 cars, 10 laps, 2 cars getting the guaranteed spots into our feature event. So 2x2, they'll head down the back straightaway. Pace car, gonna tuck it into the infield. Hey JB, you know what time it is? What time is it? It's time to go racing, race fans. Here we go. Pat Ward making it up onto the point in the number 42B. Picked up the win here last Sunday. Hey, Matt Burdick, he's got the green flag in hand. He's going to look him over as they head down into turn number 4. We will go green right about there. Green flag is out, and we are racing. Down in turn number 1 and 2. Matt Ward off that pole position, right to the bottom. Frankie Cabrera hangs it off the top side. Elected turn number 2. Down the back, there's Phelps. Comes to the inside. He'll battle for the number 2 position. Into turn number 3 we go. Ryan Phelps, the Rocket, works it down low. Here comes Mark Johnson, though. Johnson with a good run at the 3J. He'll believe with Cabrera as they come off the turn. And Willie Decker making the way up on the outside. Decker, 2-time track champion here at the Speedway. He'll get alongside Phelps to head down the back straightaway. Now step right down the back, and Phelps going to find his way up into the number 2 spot with Willie Decker now to the inside. Decker will battle off the bottom of turn number 4. He'll swing to the inside, but it will be Phelps holding him off as they go to turn number 1. Remember, only 2 cars get the guaranteed ticket into the big show, and right now it is number 42B of Pat Ward, the 99 of Ryan Phelps. Willie Decker watching from position number 3. Here comes Jeff Brownell Jr. He'll race Mark Johnson down into turn number 3. Mitch Gibbs right there in the number 55. He's trying to close in on Cabrera. Takes him off the turn. Mitch Gibbs, he's going to move up to position number 5. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Decker goes right back to the bottom of the racetrack. It's working to pull away. The 99 of Phelps holds on to that second spot. Down the back, there's Cabrera by himself in the number 4 position. A couple cars battled up behind him. It looks like the 29 of Brownell is going to go to the top side. He'll work on the top of 4 as they come back towards the line. 4 laps complete, 6 laps remaining in this qualifying event so far. And all the snow and ice. Pat Ward out in front. He'll lead him down the back straightaway. Ryan Phelps still holds runner on the spot. The 1X of Willie Decker, 1 spot out of qualifying. You know, the FX1 of Frank Cabrera, the 55 of Mitch Gibbs, and the 29 of Jeff Brownell off the turn for the runner-up spot. Cross flag as they came, goes straight on the down to number 2 spot. He took the best one on the racetrack. Right now, Willie Decker throwing off the 1X to the inside of the speedway, but on the outside, the 99 himself continues to hold on to that 1 or 2 car advantage as they go down into turn number 3 and 4. This time, Decker changes lanes. Yeah, Decker going to take it up on the top side. Ryan Phelps keeps it down low. Decker gaining slowly here on the front straightaway. You know, he loves not the corner, put that number 1 into the show early, get it done, not have to run it done later on. Backstretch they go. Here comes Willie to the outside, and it's going to be Willie Decker into the runner-up spot momentarily. Phelps going to battle back down low. Those guys right now racing for that final qualifying spot out of this heat race, and it's a good one. Off turn number 4, Willie Decker to the outside. The top going over. Number 1X machine, he'll put it out in front of the Rocket right himself down the turn. Number 1 and 2, Cabrera, distance back. Mitch Gibbs now works the bottom side of turn number 1. DJ Faulkner, he's going to see Pat Ward closing in on his rear bumper. His Ward just out there for a Sunday afternoon cruise. As he has got the advantage here with 7 laps complete in this one. He'll slip to the inside now with Faulkner up in turn 1 and 2. Willie Decker, about a quarter straight away behind. Ryan Phelps right there with him in the number 99. Phelps going to switch lanes. He's going to try to close in on Decker on the outside. Watching Ward now as he'll go to turn number 3 and 4. Comfortable margin out in front of the field. Faulkner is going to hang the tail off the top side of the racetrack. He'll cave it in the ballpark. It will remain under green. White flag is waving as the field comes back to the line. Decker now with about a 5-car advantage in the number 2 spot. Over Rocket, Ryan Phelps into turn number 1 and 2. Ward down back to the final time. That Ward is going to turn 3 now into quarter number 4. And here he is picking up the first victory in $100 courtesy of North Motor Trail Sales. It's Pat Ward finishing in second. We'll get him the qualifying spot. That's Willie Decker. Third will go to Ryan Phelps. Then you'll have the FX1 of Frankie Cabrera. The 55 of Mitch Gibbs. Well, now we got a car off the top side over there in turn number 4. That is the number 42B of Kevin Bates. And there is a brief moment of fire coming out of that car over there. Flames shooting out of the back, might be out of the tailpipes, but it looks like Bates is going to be able to get that car refaulted because he had to make a car change. Here to Utica Rome, and hey, what a way to draw, what a way to start the day. He's starting on the outside of the front row of this one. Super Matt Shepard, he used to turn a lot of laps here in a really quick lap, so I think he knows his way around. Driver number 1X, Williams, buddy that we've hung out with the last couple of years since we started coming down here doing the show. And right now he's sitting there and he's looking over and he's next to Jack Johnson in this lineup.
That's got to be a little bit intimidating.
The field's going to work out at turn number 3 and 4. Matt Burdick brings the green flag shoulder high. We go back to racing action. Heat number 2 here for the Victoria 200.
Into turn 1 and 2, they go whole sides there immediately work to the bottom. Here comes Rick Hill, though, the speed racer, as they call him. He'll get a good one off the top side, but he's got some work to do. He's got a powerhouse in front of him in Super Matt Shepard. Into turns 3 and 4, and Rick Hill going to take it off the top side, but it looks like he's going to keep going, lose a bunch of spots. You got to be careful there in 3-4. It's real tricky to set that cushion.
Steve Holsizer will in that second position now with that mistake by Hill. They'll work off turn number 2, and a guy that started deep in the field out of Waynesburg, New York. Driver of the number 12-8, there is Jack Johnson as he finds his way all the way up into the number 3 spot.
That's right, the Witz Roofing, Krug Home Improvement, car number 12A, brings it off at turn number 4. He is right on the rear bumper. On the Holsizer, number 88, jumping Jack, gonna look down to the inside. Holsizer, he'll take it through the middle of the turn. Seems to be a lot of bite right there. Holsizer, he'll pull a car lane, not jumping Jack on the back straightaway. Owen Force, he'll watch from the number 4 spot. 5th right now is the 09 of Kyle Lewis. That's the way they'll stay ahead between turns 3 and 4. Off the turn, your leader, though, the 9S is Super Matt Shepard.
Shepard brings it back to line. We complete lap number 3 and 6 the book. Holsizer right now has his hands full. He'll bring it right down to the bottom of the racetrack. Turns number 1 and 2. Jack Johnson lets it hang to the outside. He'll dive it off coming across the bottom of turn number 2. 2-car lengths the advantage for that final qualifying position. This time Jack Johnson is going to test out the top floor as he'll work off turn number 4.
Yeah, Jack Johnson takes the elevator all the way upstairs on that one. And he's made up the ground on the whole side of number 88 last. The back, the top side is where Willie Decker made the pass. And here comes Jumpin' Jack. Jack Johnson side by side with Holsizer on the back straightaway. He'll have a nose on him as they head down into turn number 3. Both of them get on the binders. Holsizer keeps it down low. Jack Johnson looking for the momentum move on the top side. Off at turn number 4. Jack Johnson in the runner-up spot.
Johnson in second. There's Holsizer now selling right on the back bumper in the 3rd position. Owen Force chasing him down into turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Lewis now will jump up in that battle for the number 4 spot as they'll work off turn number 2. Lewis to the top side of the racetrack in the 09 Horn Force right down underneath him, but he'll hold on to that position as they work through turn number 4.
Front stretch, it is your leader, the 9S of Matt Shepard. Second ride, Jack Johnson. 3rd is Steve Holsizer. 4th battle between the Owen Force number 6H and the 09 of Kyle Lewis. Owen Force, one of the few drivers electing not to run sail pedals out there, so he's got the traditional windows on the back of that ride. And so far, the sail pedal car, the 09 of Lewis, will drive by him on the outside. So Kyle Lewis going to move up into position number 4. That puts Owen Force back to the 5th spot. We have 7 laps complete, 3 laps remaining.
Working off turn to number 2, Super Matt Shepard all by himself down the backstretch, almost a full straightaway advantage now over Jack Johnson. Steve Holsizer settling 4 spots back as he'll round out the top 3 cars. Holsizer's going to come right back to the bottom of the racetrack. Turn at number 3 and 4 as they come down in front. Matt Burdick shows them parallel flag. 2 more trips around.
Yeah, Matt Shepard's had an easy going so far in this one. Jack Johnson, though, he's looking quick out there in the number 12A. He'll try to close in on Superman on the back straightaway. Doesn't matter, though. Right now, he gets the end of the show. So I know that's going to be weighing in his mind. That's something he probably want to make sure he guarantees himself. The shot into the big dance right now, he's got a white flag is out. Matt Shepard is still your leader.
Shepard down to turn number 1 and 2, all by his own. Now Jack Johnson tries to reel him in. There's the Lewis car, the 09 still losing on the number 4 spot. He'll be chased by Home Force in the number 6 machine. And then a couple of car lengths back to Matt Janzik, one of the regulars here on Sunday evenings. They go to turn number 4 for the final time.
Off the turn, checkered flag in the air, give the victory to Super Matt Shepard. Finishing in second, Jack Johnson. 3rd was the 88. Steve Holsizer, he'll be followed by the 09 of Kyle Lewis. The 6H Josh Owen Force. The 33X of Janzik, followed by the 1XW of Casey Williams. The 53 of Rick Hill and the 22J of Jeremy Wilder. So, Matt Shepard, Jack Johnson, they just punched their tickets to the big dance. Qualifying event number 3 over in the staging lane. Here's how they're set the roll away on the pole in the Harmony Sand and Gravel, car number 71. Out of Harmony, New Jersey, they call him DVH. This is David Van Horn Jr. On the outside, right? So taking a look at it right now, it does not look like during hot laps. And Alan Johnson did load up and had also a tough break for Alan Johnson. I know I see the hood off still of the 32C of Tim McCready as I look over there into the pit area, so they're still working under the hood of that ride, trying to get that car ready to go. Hopefully he'll be able to make it out for the consolation event. So that moves up the inside row. That'll move Bobby Barron up into the 3rd spot. So Barron scheduled to start back in position number 8, actually gets to start in 3rd. So good break for Bobby Barron and those guys starting on that inside row. So here we go. DVH, David Van Horn on the point of this one. Billy Van Pelt on the outside. And they are ready to go. Remember, 2 cars to qualify into the 200 lap Victoria 200. Green flag flies. We're racing off on turn number 4.
Go 3 wide immediately off their start. Phelps went to the outside of the racetrack to work off turn number 2 down the back. Billy Van Pelt, good start. He'll jump up into the number 1 spot. He'll take the field down the back stretch.
Into turns 3 and 4. Billy Van Pelt is your leader, but Bobby Barron starting to stalk him, working down on the inside. He's got DVH, David Van Horn with him as they work off the turn. Ted Lamb, he knows the quick way around on the bottom. He will race with Jimmy Phelps here on the front straight, racing up to the turn. We got ourselves a new leader, and we got smoke out of the Ted Lamb number L82, and Lamb going to pull it into the infield. He makes contact with the U tire over there, but he is safely off the track. So action continues on into turns 3 and 4. Bobby Barron going to lead him off the turn.
Barron will bring him down the front stretch, being shown as your leading, chasing him. Good battle behind him, side by side. It'll be the number 2 of Van Pelt jumping out in front of David Van Horn as they go down into turn 1. Van Horn right to the bottom of the racetrack comes Jimmy Phelps. He's going to tiptoe around the top side. He'll take the number 3 spot as they go down into 3.
Yeah, Jimmy Phelps with the power move around the David Van Horn, car number 71. I believe the last time David Van Horn was here was in a Sportsman way back in the day, in a Sportsman Series race. So David Van Horn has not been here in a few years, and I guarantee he didn't have sail panels on the last time he was here. The battle's on for the number 3 spot. Jimmy Phelps right now 1 spot out of qualifying. They race down the back straightaway. Billy Van Pelt, he holds that 2nd and final qualifying spot. Phelps back to 3rd. 4th is David Van Horn, and 5th right now is the 20C of Craig Hansen. Off the turn this time by 4 laps complete for Bobby Barron.
Starting down the front stretch, Barron takes him into turn number 1. It's a couple of car lengths back now to the number 2 of Billy Van Pelt as he holds on to that number 2 final qualifying spot. Out of turn number 2, Jimmy Phelps works on the outside of Van Horn. Van Horn's not done yet. He'll look back to the inside as they go to 3 and 4. Matt Burdick ready to put the cross flags up for the field as they work out of turn 4.
It's pretty interesting to watch these guys trying different lines. Jimmy Phelps, he's working the top side in turn 1 and 2 until I say that. Now he'll work it down low, try to close in on Billy Van Pelt. David Van Horn also working it off the bottom. Everybody looking for that little bit of extra magic moisture out there on the racing surface. And so far, the guy finding the most of it's going to be the Bobby Barron number 1J. He leads him off in turn number 4. Billy Van Pelt, though, trying to run him down.
He'll work down the front stretch. Van Pelt owns the number 2 spot, and there is the 99 of Phelps now taking over control of the 3rd position. Van Horn goes squared off to the inside again. As Blake said, they keep changing lanes lap after lap. Van Pelt went down the racetrack that time right to the bottom. Neither of these guys able to claim any positions on the number 2 of Van Pelt.
Yeah, Van Pelt's doing a great job holding on to that runner-up spot. And I'll tell you, he's no stranger to big tracks. He's run out of the Utica Speedway. He knows how to get around the big half-mile speedways. Jimmy Phelps right there for position number 3. David Van Horn in the number 71 rides there in 4th. Then you have Hansen and Jeffrey running on the number 90. This time by parallel sticks up. Bobby Barron still your leader.
They'll work down the front stretch. Barron trying to stretch that advantage out in front of Van Pelt as they work down the front stretch. Phelps 3rd, 4th is Van Horn, the 5th spot right now as they work out of turn at number 4. It's a distance all the way back to the 5th place car, and that is number 20C of Craig Hansen.
Off the turn, white flag is out one more time around. The driver out of Sharon Springs, George, the Jake Spraker. Used car truck, Andy Speed Shop, car number 1J, that is Bobby Barron. Barron utilizing the big block power plant under the hood as they head down the back straightaway. Billy Van Pelt still there for the runner-up spot, followed by Phelps and Van Horn. Final time off the turn. Checkered flag coming out and picking up the win. It's Bobby Barron.
Barron's going to take the win that final qualifying spot out of there. He will be Billy Van Pelt into the number 2 machine. He'll be followed by Jimmy Phelps to the line.
Jimmy Phelps, then you'll have Van Horn finishing in 4th. Craig Hansen finishing in 5th, and rounding out the field, the number 90 of Jeff Richardson.
Operating this afternoon. Good crowd, great to see all your race fans with us. And heat number 4, ready to go.
So Tim Fuller, first time back in a modified in a while for Fuller. He's raced some other cars, but he's in a modified usually with the World of Outlaw late models. But here tonight, breaking out the modified. As he said last year, he's going to run special shows, all the big money shows, and this, as we said, JB, is a big money show. So it is Tim Fuller and Danny Johnson. They're going to bring him down to Matt Burdick's green flag.
They will roll over into turn at number 3 and 4, just about to that pylon in 4. Matt Burdick will look him over. He'll turn the horses loose out of turn number 4.
Home straight away they come. Tim Fuller, the Johnson racing car number 19. He'll lead him up in a turn number 1. The Doctor, the JIR Motorsports, car number 27J, he'll go to the outside. And we got a car off the top side over there at turn number 1. That's going to be the nice and easy grocery shop. Harpoon Eddie's, car number 19K. That is Paul Kinney, and yellow lights are going to come right back on. So caution lights coming on. And I'll tell you what, the good thing for Paul Kinney, he didn't lose any spots.
That's about the only good thing you can take out of that is Kenny is still sitting off the backside of turn number 1 and 2. Now he gets it fired back up, drives up over the bank, and will rejoin his spot.
Yeah, he'll be able to rejoin at the tail of the field. He did start 8th, so not, you know, horrendous. If you were starting 3rd or 4th, then you'd be kicking yourself. But you know, when you go up into turn number 1 for the first time. So white flag will come out. We'll try it one more time off of turn number 4 next time by.
Of course, the great thing here at Utica Rome, the one thing that this track is famous for is guys hanging it off the top of turn number 1 and 2. You can take that car all the way up there, but boy, that is a fine line. Either on or you are over the bank, and Kenny tried it out early to see how hard it would go, and like you said, didn't lose anything, but I think he learned a lesson right off the bat.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You are tiptoeing. When you say tiptoeing a lot, you're tiptoeing around the top side, 1 inch too far in, and so long, see you, thanks for playing, you're going over the banking. And right now you can see the groove's a little bit lower, but I guarantee you by the end of the day, as it is with most extra distance affair, that groove will be pushed way up to the top side, and there'll only be a couple inches of brown up there, so to speak. These guys will be running right up there trying to push the edge as far as they can.
So the field's going to try it one more time down into turn number 3 and 4. Again, Timmy Fuller and the Dr. Danny Johnson are going to bring the field to the line. They'll hit that pylon right over there in turn number 4. Matt Burdick ready to turn them loose one more time. Green flag back in the air.
Off in turn number 4. We're racing here on the home straight. He's going to make a house call on the 27J, but it is Tim Fuller getting a good bite off the bottom. He'll lead him down the back straightaway. Wade Decker racing there with the 6X and Jackie Brown. 3 wide. The backstretch they go. And Chad Phelps in the X-Ride, he'll move up a couple of spots as he got by both Jackie Brown and Wade Decker's number 1W. Off the turn first time around, it's Tim Fuller and Danny Johnson. Your top two and Chad Phelps down in the third spot.
Wade Decker trying to hold on that next position on Phelps as they work out of turn number 2. That one guy that made the mistake earlier. Here comes that 19 of Paul Kinney. Now he'll settle down to the number 3 of Gus Schmidt drives up to the inside of Decker. Take over the number 4 spot. He'll look at the back bumper of Phelps as they go through turn number 3.
Yeah, the heavy hauler regular here with us each and every Sunday night. Looking to close in on Chad Phelps' X-Ride. Everybody's fighting for the bottom right now. I know earlier on the top is going to be the place to go, but none of these guys want to take a chance to go out there. As they said, that fine line is there. So it is Tim Fuller and Danny Johnson holding on to those 2 qualifying positions right now as they race off the turn and complete lap number 3.
2 car lengths back from them is the X of Chad Phelps. Phelps down the front stretch, pulling out number 3 guy. He's got company now. As Gus Schmidt looks right at the back bumper, Paul Kinney, the next car in line. Nice and easy grocery stops number 19 out of Oneida. They'll work off turn number 2 and down the back stretch as Decker continues to lose spots on the field.
Yeah, Wade Decker, regular out of Afton, New York. Racing down in the southern tier, mostly with that number 1X former Afton Rome champion. Right now he rides back there in position number 6. Still racing with Jackie Brown Jr. They come off in turn number 2. Chad Phelps, he's got enough to hold off Gus Schmidt so far, but he guaranteed he'd like to get a little bit more and close in on the Doctor, but halfway home it is still Tim Fuller and Danny Johnson out in front.
Fuller down to turn number 1 and 2 is Mike Fenn working right around the bottom of the racetrack here. A little bit different line for the Utica Rome crowd as they go out the Doctor in the number 2 spot as they move for fully away as Chad Phelps now a good 15 car lengths back in the 3rd spot as he does battle with the 30th Gus Schmidt. He's almost coming to a stop over at turn number 3 before they make the turn.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to the outside. I know we saw Jack Johnson holding power move up there on the outside, but right now, nobody wants to take that chance. Paul Kinney, he's going to throw it in there sideways, bounce it off the cushion. He's got nothing to lose at this point. Any spots you can make up is only better for you later on. Tim Fuller, Danny Johnson, though, they'll pedal it right there along the inside. These are 2 guys that have been racing a really long time. They know how to get the job done. And right now, they're both guaranteeing themselves an extra $1,000. I guarantee you, Tim Fuller's going to be happy with
Matt Burdick ready to put the parallel flags up to the field. We'll have 2 more circuits around this. They come out at turn number 4. Down in front, the first one to see it is going to be Timmy Fuller. Is that number 19 right? The Doctor still chasing him. A good 10 car lengths back now as they'll go to turn number 1 and 2. Right around the bottom of the racetrack. They'll continue to do battle with Gus Schmidt in turn 1.
Yeah, Gus Schmidt going to go to the outside now, and hey, look at that. There's a little bit of bite up there. Phelps a little bit stronger on the bottom, but Schmidt made up some ground down in the turn. in the second spot. Phelps is there for third, and the top side didn't work out so well that time for Schmidt. He's going to spot to the 19th ball.
To work down the backstretch, so Timmy Fuller with one lap car right in front of him. He'll look to the inside. Checkered flag is going to wave, and Timmy Fuller is going to race his way into the victorious 200 later on this afternoon. Chasing in will be the Dr. Danny Johnson.
Third's going to go to the X car. Chad Phelps going to be racing. And Paul Katie, the 30, Kyle Schmidt. The 1W of Wade Decker, the 6X of Jackie Brown, and the 151 of Joey Coulter will round out your field. So that puts 4 at it here in this one. And everybody did make the call. So 8 cars, 10 laps, top 2 going to the feature event. Everybody else going to have to make their way out of the consolation events here this afternoon. So there will be 4, count them 4 consolation events here later on. So 8 heat races and 4 consolations coming up later on in the racing program. But right now, we're going heat race action. Andy McKetty, Dale Plank. Plank, another driver. Used to be a regular here at the Speedway in the small block modifieds. He's turned a lot of laps here. Andy McKetty, he is quick each and every Sunday night, so these two are going to go at it on the front row. Field comes off in corner number 4. Green lights are on, and here we go.
They'll charge out of turn number 4. McKetty gets them right out in front of the field. Plank's going to switch lane. He'll come to the inside of the racetrack in the number 66. John Ramsey looks at the inside of him. Look at Rich Ricky Jr. shot out of the tunnel down the backstretch.
I'll tell you what a move by Rich Ricky Jr. He said everybody wants to go to the bottom. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go to the top side. And that's exactly what he did over in turns 1 and 2. Now he'll run it through the middle as they come off the corner. He's going to lose a spot to the Terry number 3, but he'll pull even with Larry White down the front straightaway. Andy McKetty, though, right down to the bottom of the speedway. And those guys mounted over that Ute tire there on the inside. Backstretch we go. Here comes Ricky on the outside.
Ricky's going to go to the outside now as they go down into turn number 3 and 4. Terry trying to hold that spot down to the bottom of the racetrack, or John Ramsey, excuse me, to the bottom of the racetrack. They'll swing off turn number 4 down in front. And good battle now with Dale Plank. Look to the inside of Andy McKetty down into turn number 1 and 2.
Yeah, Andy McKetty got a little bit wide that time. That opened the door for Dale Plank, but the Plankinator couldn't get it done that time. McKetty holds on to the race lead. You'll have Dale Plank riding in second, third is Ramsey, fourth is Terry, followed by Larry White, Rich Ricky Jr., and now the 97 and Jerry Higbee with the 51 of Mike Coulter running out number 3.
Down into turn number 1 into that battle raging at the front of the field. John Ramsey enjoying it as it sits right in front of him. He'd like to get a little bit closer and get himself into that qualified position as they go down the backstretch. Terry chasing him, lightning Larry White. Now it's going to go up a little bit higher over turn number 3 and 4. He'll test the waters to the outside into the number 99 as they work down the front stretch. And right now, John Ramsey threatening the back bumper of the number 66 of Dale Plank.
Yeah, John Ramsey would like nothing more than to get on by Dale Plank to pick up that second and final qualifying spot. They race down the back stretch, and Larry White stepping on a line. He'll keep it up on the outside once again down in turns 3 and 4. I guess if you can catch him on the bottom, you can't pass him. You got to do something else, and that's what Larry White's doing. He's running it up there on the cushion. He takes him off the turn. He is moving it on to Terry. And that battle for position number 3 between Terry and John Ramsey.
Larry White may be on to something as he has just gone by Kateri on the outside, the only guy working off the bottom of the racetrack right now. And this time down into turn number 3, White's going to slide up there again as he'll work outside John Ramsey's number 25R as they swing off the top of the speedway. And Larry White's going to go right up alongside with Kateri now battles back to the inside as number 66 of Plank still chases number 4 of Andy McKetty out of turn number 2.
Here comes Larry White. He has caught John Ramsey's 25R. That is the race for the number 3 spot. 1 and 2, the top side working real well for Larry White. 3 and 4, got to earn it a little bit more as they work their way off the turn. Ramsey still holds on to the 3rd spot, but Larry White right there. If it wasn't for the bumper on Ramsey's car, Larry White would have had that runner into that 3rd spot, and now White going to take it off the top side of turn number 2.
Larry White down the backstretch. Matt Burdick ready to show us the parallel flag with just 2 more laps to go. Don't know if White has time to catch the leaders, but right now Dale Plank is going to look to the inside of McKetty, but he has to get back in line as he comes down the front there. And then it'll be about 5 car lengths back to Larry White as he holds on to number 3 spot. John Ramsey again looking to the inside of the racetrack as Kateri rounds out the top 5. They work down the back. Here comes Ramsey back to the inside.
Yeah, Larry White tried to run down on the bottom and take the groove away and kind of slid out, open the door for Ramsey. Ramsey said, thank you, I'll drive on through. He'll pull even with White off of corner number 4 as the white flag comes down. Andy McKetty, though, and Dale Plank still out in front. And the Plankinator right there with Andy McKetty. So far, though, McKetty not made a mistake, not opened the door enough Well, point to get by. Larry White now back to the third spot. Ramsey fourth and fifth is still Terry, number 3.
They'll work through the turn number 4 for the final time. A checker flag coming out from our starter, Matt Burdick. And it will be Andy McKetty picking up the win out in front. Followed by Dale White. They'll be chased by number 99 of Larry White. The 25 of John Ramsey. Number 3 of Jeff Terry will round out the top 5 cars.
So Andy McKetty and the 66 of Dale Plank, they are officially into the big show. Well, I shouldn't say officially, they got to go across.
Is Billy Chantel Jr. Field gathered up behind the Utica Rome pace cars. We get ready to go to green. This is heat number 6.
Davis, we're going to hear Sunday night.
Jimmy Davis, Sean Beardsley ready to bring the field to the line. Matt Burdick's got the green flag in hand, ready to turn those horses loose as they get into turn number 3 and 4 again. As it's been so far, 2 cars will qualify. Everybody else will be chasing later on this afternoon. Green flag is out.
Bill brings up into turn number 1. Jimmy Davis in the 99 going to have the lead. Billy Decker in that number 91 took advantage of that second starting spot. He'll move into the runner, or third starting spot, move into second. Backstretch they go, and Billy Decker going to pull alongside Jimmy Davis. Davis going to have to work to the outside. Stuart Friesen working up there with him. Off in corner number 4. First time around, it's going to be the Franklin Flyer. Billy Decker leading lap number 1.
Well, apparently these guys haven't been watching these earlier heat races. We've got cars all the way up to the top side of the groove this time, and one of them being Stuart Friesen. As he'll work that outside, Jason Root is going to follow him as they'll work off turn number 2 down the backstretch into turn number 3. Friesen to the bottom. Root all the way up to the top side, and he pushed the envelope a little too far, and he is off the top of turn number 4.
And I believe, and yes, I was correct, caution lights have come on as Jason Root, number 3, so yellow light's going to come on. So here we go, Billy Decker. He saw his teammate Pat Ward pick up the win a little bit earlier on. He'd like to do so himself here in heat race number 6. Green flag is out in between turns 3 and 4. We're racing off the turn. Billy Decker going to have the advantage. Stuart Friesen, guess what? He likes starting on the inside. He's going to take the runner-up spot, but he's not done. He's going to bounce it up there off the cushion. Decker down low, Friesen to the outside. Backstretch they race. Decker will pull him by 2 car lengths off the turn. Friesen right there with him. And then it is the Davis 99, and now Brett Hearn pulls even with Alan Barker's 22 as they head down into turns 3 and 4.
Off turn number 4, charging down the front stretch. Billy Decker out in front. He's got company. Here comes Stuart Friesen to the outside. They'll go down into turn number 1 and 2. Friesen's going to go about 3 grooves up off the bottom of the racetrack, trying to find a little bit of a cushion. Won't get it there, though, as Decker's going to hold on to about a car and a half lead down the backstretch. Jimmy Davis continues to hold that 3 spot as Brett Hearn rounds out the top 4 cars as they go to turn number 4.
Yeah, Brett Hearn and that Wentworth Construction car number 20 rides back there in position number 4. 2 cars out of qualifying, but he had a tough road to hoe, so to speak. He started back in position number 7, so he's already cut it in half as he rides back there in position number 4. Meanwhile, though, out in front, leading the field down into turn number 3, the 91 of Billy Decker. The number 1 of Stuart Friesen rides in second. Third is the 99 of Jimmy Davis. Field works away off at corner number 4, and we are halfway home. And caution lights are coming on. There is a Uke tire over there on the track in turn number 1. So that's going to be the reason for the caution. No anybody going in there and trying to come down, run the line they've been running, and then bang, big old tire in the way. So 5 relations for the modifieds, and again we will have 4 of those. So those will come up again later in the racing program. Right now, yellow lights have been extinguished. Billy Decker on the point. Your defending modified track champion here at the Speedway. Stuart Friesen sits back in the runner-up spot. Jimmy Davis calling Utica Rome home Sunday nights here in 2008. He rides 3rd. Brett Hearn has moved up to the 4th spot. Billy Chantel Jr. rides in 5th. 6th is Alan Barker. 7th is Jason Rood. And rounding out your field, the number 18, that is Sean Beardsley.
They'll work out of turn number 4. Green flag is going to come back out in the air. 5 laps are in down the front stretch. This time Stuart Friesen is going to get back in line as he'll chase the 91 of Billy Decker to turn number 1 and 2. They'll work off the bottom of the racetrack down into turn number 3 this time, and he's going to open up about a 2-car advantage. That's Decker over Friesen.
Tell you what, Brett Hearn tried the top side over in turns 1 and 2. Couldn't make it stick. Now he's going to try the way outside over in turns 3 and 4. It's going to cost him a spot to Billy Chantel Jr. So I think Hearn, yeah, he's going to change lanes and get right back down on the inside, protect that bottom lane, as he didn't want anybody else to get by him there. Backstretch we go. Your leader still the 91 of Billy Decker. Stuart Friesen 2nd. Jimmy Davis, Billy Chantel, and Brett Hearn complete the top 5.
Just behind that, top 5, good battle now between Jason Root as he'll come to the inside of the racetrack. They'll work off turn number 4, charging down the front stretch. These guys all racing for position in the series later on. That is the 22 of Barker doing battle with him, and it looks like the number 18 of Jason Root will take that spot away as your leader continues to pull away from the field down into turn number 1 and 2. Parallel flags will be coming out.
A little bit of contact there between Brett Hearn and Jason Root. Both drivers able to continue. Both drivers okay. As Matt Burdick lets them know we got 2 to go. Billy Decker, Stuart Friesen, the class in this one so far. As Decker able to really get in on the bottom and get a lot of traction off of corner number 2. And he'll lead them down into turn number 3 while Stuart Friesen rides back there in that second spot.
But watch as they swing off turn number 4 this time. White flag will be in the air from Matt Burdick. And out of turn number 4, it is Billy Decker showing the way. Stuart Friesen, a car and a half back length back off that back bumper. The number 2099 of Jimmy Davis still chasing him as they'll go to turn number 1 and 2 up the racetrack. Chantel holding on to the number 4 spot down to the west end of the speedway for the final time.
Yeah, into turns 3 and 4 they swing. Billy Decker on the inside. Billy Decker, he'll be the first to Matt Burdick's checkered flag, finishing in second. Hey, that's Stuart Friesen. Third will go to Jimmy Davis. Fourth will go to Billy Chantel Jr. He will be followed the line by Brett Hearn, Jason Root, Alan Barker, and the number 18 of Sean Beardsley. So, Billy Decker, extra $100 for him from North Norwich Motor and Trailer Sales. And once he crosses the scales, everything will be... Well, here we go. 2x2 on the back straightaway. This the 7th qualifying event here this afternoon for the big block and small block modifieds. This is the Dirt Modified Tour Racing Champions Tour event. Field off at corner number 4. Green flag is out. Here we go on the home straightaway. Camara with the whole shot. He leads them up into turn number 1.
They work off turn at number 1 and 2 for the first time. Camara will be your leader. He'll take him down the back stretch. David Orr chasing him as they head down into 3 and 4. Lance Willix out of Theresa, New York, the number 16. He'll come to the bottom of the racetrack underneath Rich Laubach. He'll come alongside out of turn number 4. That's the battle for the number 3 spot as they come down the front stretch.
Yeah, the Quaker Shaker in the number 14, Rick Laubach. He is a guaranteed starter, the only one for this Victoria 200. Picked up the win in Selinsgrove in the opener event, so he made the long tow up from Quakertown. That's a good trip, 3-hour minimum from Allentown, Pennsylvania area. So he rides back there in position number 4, but out in front, driver of the number 26, they call him the Flash, and right now he's showing why. It is Dave Camara.
Camara takes the field down to turn at number 1 and 2. David Orr trying to hold on that second spot. Behind him, it is Lance Willix to the inside of the racetrack. Willix in the number 16, a small block regular at the Can-Am Speedway. Down to the bottom of the racetrack as they swing into turn number 3 and 4. He's got company this time to the top side of the racetrack as Laubach comes all the way to the bottom as they work off turn number 4.
Yeah, Rick Laubach trying to catch Tony Steiner. I'll tell you, Steiner making that outside lane work. Everybody else really getting on the binders, getting into the turns, but Steiner's been able to pass a couple of cars. Now Willix opens the door. Here comes the Quaker Shaker to the inside. A little bit of Robbins racing there as they came off at turn number 2. The Quaker Shaker, Rick Laubach, going to pick up position number 4 as Steiner skates out high. Here comes Paul Jensen. He's racing with Steve Payne on the outside of turn 4.
Watch that as they come down the front stretch. Steiner sitting in the number 3 spot. Now Laubach clears some of the cars that he has been dealing with. He'll come right to the back of the bottom of the racetrack now as they work into turn number 2. Laubach holding on to that spot down the back stretch. Matt Burdick ready to show the cross flags halfway in. Dave Camara, comfortable advantage. He'll work off turn number 4.
Yeah, Dave Camara making this one look easy. He's taking a Sunday stroll right now in that number 26. The 5 of David Orr doing a heck of a job holding on to the runner-up spot. They race up into the turn. Tony Steiner moves up a lane. That opened the door for Rick Laubach. Laubach unable to take advantage. They race off at corner number 2, so those cars still ride back there in positions number 3 and 4. Willix, he's got his hands full as the 121 of Steve Payne. All over that rear bumper looking for racing room as they head down into turns number 3 and 4. Willix doing a good job though, protects it, runs it right down along the U-tires. Not going to open the door for Steve Payne.
Good battle for the number 3 spot, side by side. Laubach to the bottom, Steiner to the outside as they continue to work off turn number 2. Laubach's going to hold on to that 3 spot. Steiner goes up the racetrack down into turn number 3 and 4. David Orr trying to hold on to the number 2 position, and right now he's going to have company as they swing off the top of turn number 4.
Yeah, I'll tell you who's getting quick, and that is Rick Laubach. The Quaker Shaker, he's a regular down at the again, the Big Diamond Speedway and the Bridgeport Speedway, so the big track specialist, so to speak, and he is starting to close in on David Orr on the back straightaway. And this time by, he's only going to have 2 to go, so Rick Laubach going to have to pick it up just a notch, take the wick up here as they work off of turn 4, though. Into turn 1, that's your leader, it's Dave Camara.
Camara all by himself. Here comes Orr holding on to the number 2 spot. Laubach sitting 2 car lengths back. The only thing he's doing right now, he's in those tire tracks that David Orr is running. Can't pass him from behind as they work out of turn number 2. Laubach's going to get back in line down the back stretch. Matt Burdick's going to bring the white flag out. And again, Laubach's going to close up to the back bumper. Orr wags the tail just a little bit. This opens the door to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Laubach. He'll battle down the front stretch. And we got a car all the way off the top of turn number 4.
Yeah, Rick Laubach just got around David Orr as Orr bobbled it off of turn number 4. So tough break for David Orr, good break for Rick Laubach. Laubach now into the number 2 spot. He's not going to need that guaranteed starting spot. Off of quarter number 4, checkered flag. It's going to be the 26 of Dave Camara. Finishing in second, the 14 of Rick Laubach. Third will go to the 5 of David Orr. Tough break for him. Then it'll be the 13 of Steiner. The 16 of Willix, the 121. The 121 of Steve Payne. And then the 57 of Paul Jensen. Well, how about it? Rick Laubach, I'll tell you what, he made a go of it there. The last few laps, he found something down there on the inside.
In row number 4, and on the outside, driver the number 7J, that is Joey Isabel.
Yeah, taking a look right now, it doesn't look like the Isabel 7J able to make the call. So everybody else all right over there in turns 1 and 2, everybody else making the call. So Gary Tompkins, the Honey Auto Parts, car number 84, on the point of this one. He is out of Clifton Springs, New York. And I know one driver I always pick on when we run sail panels is Gary Tompkins. I know he has a dying hatred of sail panels. So every time we run sail panels, I always go over there and say, hey, Gary, I love the sail panels.
Heat number 8 getting ready to go. The green flag is in the air. The field's going to work off turn number 4. They jump and dive early. Guys all over 4 wide. Middle of the field is Brian Weaver. Goes right up the middle.
Yeah, the dream, looking to have a dream afternoon here. Mike Trashwell gets around, and he's going to collect RJ Ronnie Johnson. And Ronnie Johnson looks like he may be able to pull away as that number 2 did a little bouncy through the infield there. And Trashwell is going to get around, but caution lights are going to come back on. So yellow lights coming right back on here as to the tail. But fortunately for him, no damage on the front of them. RJ coming to us after a win last night down at the Track of Champions. Picked up in a win in the second modified feature event of the evening down there. So RJ will have nothing more to get himself into this show here this afternoon. I know at the New Yorker 200 at the end of last season, RJ had a great run, had himself a top 5 finish on the afternoon. So RJ got a couple of guys in front of him that know the way around, AJ Romano as well as the 9R of Brian Weaver. So a lot of heavy hitters in this one, and we're going to get back underway here in between turns 3 and 4.
Green flag will wave one more time. 1 lap is in the book. We go back to racing last year. They'll work out of turn number 4. Tompkins down the front stretch. He's got company. AJ Romano comes right to the inside of the racetrack. Romano in the line now, holding on to that number 2 spot. He's got company as they'll swing on turn number 4. Shannon Whaley works that high groove to the outside.
Yeah, Shannon Whaley saw AJ Romano slide on by. Now RJ going to go up to the outside. He's got no choice. Everybody else running the bottom. So RJ trying to make his way up on the top side. Off at quarter number 4, he'll get by Whaley, but he'll have the Weaver 9R down on the inside. Now RJ takes that WM Lorton and so number 2 RJ down to the bottom as he'll try to reel in the Indy Speed Shop number 15 of AJ Romano as they come off at turn number 2. Out in front, leading the charge, going to turn number 3. That's the 84 of Gary Tompkins.
Tompkins is going to bring him off turn number 4, working that bottom groove again off the bottom of the speedway. He'll come out down the front stretch. Chasing him is the number 15 of A.J. Romano. He's got company now. Is Ronnie Johnson has caught that back bumper, and Ronnie Johnson looks like a man possessed after that first caution as he is charged all the way up in the number spot, and RJ's got his foot buried in the carburetor as they go down the back stretch.
Yeah, into turns number 3 and 4 they work. A.J. Romano a little bit higher on entry. That might cost him as Ronnie Johnson can run it right down along the bottom when they get in the turn. So if Romano opens the door just a little bit, I can guarantee you Ronnie Johnson's going to stick that car right in there and say, squeeze me, and work his way into that runner-up spot. But A.J. that time real close to the bottom. He'll hold on to the runner-up spot to head down the back straightaway. So RJ still 3rd, 4th is Weaver, 5th is Rudelovich, 6th is Willie, and 7th right now is the track hold number 100.
They will battle off the bottom of turn number 4 right now, and RJ keeps looking lower and lower, trying to find another groove to the bottom of the racetrack. This time he puts the wheel to the inside of number 15 of A.J. Romano. Won't get it done. RJ right there on the back as RJ chases A.J. down the back stretch as they'll swing down into turn number 3.
Yeah, lots of J's racing for position number 2, but out in front, Gary Tompkins, he's been good so far good enough to hold on to the lead here. He'll complete lap number 6. A.J. Romano still runs second, but he has got R.J. all over him. He has got to hear that buzz in the helmet as they go up into turns 1 and 2. R.J. not going to risk going out to the outside. Instead, he'll keep it right down on the bottom. Doesn't know if there's anyone behind him, because obviously these cars don't run mirrors, so they don't know who's behind him. So R.J. being very careful not to open up the bottom to allow anyone else to get by on the inside.
They will work off turn number 4. They'll charge down the front stretch. It continues to be the Honeywell Auto Parts ride of Gary Tompkins. There goes Ronnie Johnson. Looked to the inside for a second, but A.J. Romano continuing to hold him off as he came back down in front as they went to turn number 2. This time off turn number 2 down the backstretch. That advantage is about a car and a half length. R.J. is going to come right back down to the inside, trying to slide underneath. Just not enough room to get there.
Yeah, RJ, that last lap, he might have had something if he wanted to push the issue, but instead backed out of it here on the front stretch. Going to wait for another opportunity as Romano still holds the second spot. And Romano very good through turns 1 and 2, but it looks like RJ may be a little bit better in turns 3 and 4. That's where he's able to make up all his ground. Meanwhile, in between turns 3 and 4, going to see the white flag first. That is the number 84 of Gary Tompkins. He leads the field off the turn. Romano still holds second. Ronnie Johnson there for position number 3, but he is on the back bumper looking for a way around A.J. Romano.
Those guys racing for that final qualifying spot, and then it's a couple of car lengths back now to Brian Weaver's number 9 as they'll charge down the backstretch for the final time. Checkered flag getting ready to wave as the field works. Off turn number 4, Gary Tompkins is going to bring it in. He will go into the 200 later on this afternoon. And then next qualifying spot, side by side at the line, and A.J. Romano holds on by half a car over Ronnie Johnson. Brian Weaver chases them as our qualifying heats for the 200 are now complete.
Wow, what a finish to that one. As RJ might have waited a little bit too long there to make that move. So 2 by 2, they'll work down in between turns 3 and 4. Sean Frost, feature winner here in 2008. Oh, now I've been informed we're going 8 laps, not 5. My apologies. So we're changing it up here. 8 laps the distance. Green flag is out off at turn number 4. Field races down the front straightaway. Sean Frost, he'll go immediately to the top side. Then they're 3 wide for the second spot, and we got one spinning already. And that is the 98T of Jack Terrell. And it looks like Terrell's, no, he's not going to be able to keep it going. He's going to back it down the banking. And, yep, okay, he will keep it going. But yellow lights are going to come on. So caution lights coming on for the 98T of Jack Terrell as he got up. All green lights coming back on. Field rumbles off at turn number 4. Sean Frost goes to the outside. The 10A of A.J. Digsby down on the inside. Frost with a hole shot up into turn number 1. I'll tell you what, these pro stock guys, they're not afraid to go to the outside. And Sean Frost showing us that as he works it up on the outside. Ivan Joslin, he'll go up there, and holy cow, what a run. He just got off at turn number 2. And Ivan Joslin going to move into that runner-up spot. Eddie Ostrander and A.J. Digsby race for position number 3. Down in the corner they race. Digsby down low, Ostrander up on the outside. Ivan Joslin, he loves running it up there on the top side, and he'll keep it up there as they work their way down the home straightaway. He's in second. 2-wide battle for the number 3 spot between Ostrander and Digsby. Digsby works it down on the inside. He'll try to keep it right along the tires down low, but he'll bobble. Here it comes the 700 Normoil. Normoil and Ostrander, they got themselves a Digsby sandwich, and Digsby going to be the odd man out. He's going to fall back, lose 3 spots, and now Moyer's 56 going to try to close on him. Your race leader working it down off of corner number 4. That is the number 15 of Sean Frost. He'll lead lap number 3. Second rides the 49 of Ivan Joslin. Then it is Jimmy Normoil, Moyer, and the 88 of Ostrander. And Digsby out of shape here on the front straightaway. Car spinning around on him, and he may have a problem on the number 10A. And yes, he is going to go around over there in turns 1 and 2. And he is going to come to a stop on the inside of turn number 1. And as the field works off at turn number 4, yellow lights are going to come on. So caution lights are on here with 4 laps in to this first of 2 qualifying events. Frost, your leader. The 49 of Ivan Johnson sits there in second. Third is the 7N of Jimmy Normoil. Then it's the 56 of Dave Moyer and the 88 of Eddie Ostrander. Jack Terrell rides 6th. 7th is Jim Grippin. 8th, the 99S of Rob Seavey. And then it is A.J. Digsby completing your field. So field will refire right there at the big orange barrel over there in between turns 3 and 4. Sean Frost went right down to the bottom, someplace he hasn't been so far in this one, as he's been running the top side. And as he heads up into turn number 1, he'll go right up there on the outside. He'll be followed by Ivan Joslin. The 700 Jimmy Normoyle. Normoyle going to take a look. Hey, if you're not going to try it, I'll try it down low. Can't get it done off of turn number 2. Dave Moyer going to close the gap on Normoyle on the back straightaway. They head down into turn number 3, and it is Frost and Joslin still your top 2. And it looks like Digsby's got problems as he is pulled into the infield in the number 10A. So tough break for A.J. Digsby. Sean Frost, though, leads lap number 5, so 5 are in, 3 laps remaining. As he has got this one, he's led it from the drop of the green flag in that number 15. Ivan Joslin working it up on the outside, running the same line as Frost. He races in second. Normoyle and Moyer battle it out now for position number 3 as they head down into corner number 3. Normoyle working it down low, as is Moyer. Moyer was working the top side, but thought better of it. Now he brings it back down to the inside. Joslin that time way out there on the top side, almost went around. That's going to allow the Normoyle 7N to close right down on him for the runner-up spot. So Joslin, got to be careful. Anytime you run up there on the outside, you're running a fine line for position as they head down the back straightaway. Now Normoyle with a good run off the bottom. He found some moisture down there. He'll close in on Joslin. Into corners 3 and 4 they work. Normoyle and Joslin side by side, door to door for position number 2. Off the turn, white flag is out for Frost, but the race is on for the runner-up spot. Joslin has it. Jimmy Normoyle looking to take it away. And at the line by a nose, Joslin had him, but not for long. Here comes Normoyle back on the inside. Joslin looking for it on the outside. Joslin powers back by. He'll take back the runner-up spot. So Normoyle back to 3rd. Moyer still there for 4th. 5th is the 88 of Ostrander. Final time now off at turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. The victory will go to Sean Frost. Second is a drag race between Normoyle and Joslin. It will be Joslin with the advantage. Normoyle will finish in 3rd. Then it'll be the 56 of Dave Moyer. And the number 88 of Ostrander will complete your top 5. They'll be followed by the line by Jack Terrell, Rob Seavey, and Jim Grippin's number 28. So, second.
In this racing action, Victoria 200 day here at the Utica Rome Speedway. Great to see all the folks that I used to work with here a few years back. Sitting down here with the Twin Tunnies, and you've got, of course, Doug Zupan down here. No Zoop for you! They work off turn number 4. Green flag will come out into the air as they charge down the front stretch. Bretsky takes that pole position out in front of the field. Mark Efter, the plain white 17 here, works off the top of turn number 2. Louis Jackson's going to look to the inside. Jackson's going to come back to the bottom of the racetrack. Tommy the Toad Denton bounces off the bottom of the racetrack. A couple of cars together over in turn number 1 and 2, and that's going to bring caution right out onto the speedway right about now. Matt Burdick will show the flag. Dan Pio, one of those cars involved, as he'll get twisted around. Field works down into turn number 3 and 4. One more time, Bretsky will bring them back to the line as they get ready to turn them loose. One more time, green flag is in the air. And Brett Belden's going to work off the bottom of turn number 4. He'll charge down the front stretch. They'll battle up behind him. Here comes Louis Jackson's number 18. He and the number 17 of Mark Efter will be side by side. Efter's going to go way up to the top floor over in turn number 2. He's going to work all around the outside. Efter's going to go by Louis Jackson on the backstretch, and now he's going to find his way up to the number 81 of Brett Belden. He'll work to the top group. Belden all the way down to the bottom floor. They'll swing off turn number 4. Belden to the inside, Efter all the way up on top, and Mark Efter looks like he wants to be the leader, and he'll have him out by a nostril out in front of the field, down into turn number 1 and 2. Also on the move, coming to the bottom of the racetrack, is that number 21 of Billy Knapp. Knapp in the Ford, comes to the inside as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. Louis Jackson now holds on to the number 4 spot as Roy Fifield's number 85 joins the mix one more time. Tommy Denton chasing him as they'll work off turn number 4. Down in front this time, that battle side by side out in front of the field. A couple of regular Sunday night hot shoes here. That's Brett Belden to the bottom. Mark Efter to the outside as they work through turn number 2. Louis Jackson again tests the waters to the outside, but Billy Knapp will hold on to the number 3 position. Here comes Roy Fifield. Fifield's now going to turn it up in the number 85. He'll look inside Louis Jackson's number 18. Jackson all the way to the outside, had to fight to keep the seat in the ballpark as he came off turn number 3. Now he's going to lose the spot as Fifield takes over the number 4 position. Mark Efter continuing to run that top groove around turn number 1 and 2 all the way up the racetrack as Louis Jackson follows him. The battle up front, Brett Belden now a car length out in front. Here comes Knapp to the inside of Efter. They'll battle side by side for the number 2 position. Good battle here in heat number 2 for the Pro Stocks. They'll work off turn number 4. Look at Belden all the way down the extreme bottom of the racetrack. Billy Knapp following his tire tracks down the front stretch, as well as the 85 of Roy Fifield. The first car to step out of line is Mark Effner. Effner up the racetrack. Now he'll bring it down off the hill as he'll work to the outside of Billy Knapp's number 21. Drag race for the number 2 position. They will be side by side to turn number 3 and 4. Into turn number 4 this time. And look at Mark Effner again. He has found a groove for that number 17. He'll wag the tail off turn number 4 though. And that allows Billy Knapp to work right back inside as the parallel flags are up. Just 2 more trips around the speedway. Heat number 2 for your pro stocks this afternoon. Mark Effner, good run off the top of turn 2. He'll come alongside of Brett Belden, looking to take that spot away, but Bretsky puts the foot right back into it. He'll come to the bottom of the racetrack, turn number 3 and 4. Brett Belden working on outside Mark Effner. White flag is waving as they come to the line, and Bretsky again puts the number 81 out in front of the field as they go down to 2. Effner's going to make it stick this time. He'll swing to the outside. This time he'll get a door out in front as they work off turn number 2, but this is the end where Bretsky's been quick. They'll go to 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is going to wave, and right now 3 cars, 4 cars, everybody can win it. They'll work off the top of 4. Effner way to the outside. Bretsky down the front stretch, and Brett Belden will pick up the win. Mark Effner will be second. Billy Knapp finishes in number 3 spot. He will be followed by the number 85 of Roy Fifield. And back behind them, it's the number 18 of Louis Jackson, Tommy the Toe Denton. Redraw will be coming up right down here on the front stretch. Mike Mallett making his way down trackside, and we'll visit with some of those drivers, and we will redraw for qualified cars here for the 200 here this afternoon.
Your top 8, your heat race winners here tonight, going to do the redraw. Okay, that's a big water truck. One more time. You know Roger would love nothing more than to spray us down. Okay. You're good, Jay. You got the picture. You got the shot. Got everybody smiling. Nobody blinked. All right, up first to draw. Winner of the first heat race event. Driver of the number 42P, Pat Ward. Pat's going to redraw. What number you got? Hey, that's a good way to start it. Pat Ward going to draw number 1. Pat, hold on. I'm not going to let... Pat, don't run it away. Come here. Pat, last week in Victory Lane, you talked about a regular defending home turf. Well, I'll tell you what, he came out, won the first heat race, now you're starting on the pole. Think we're going to get it to Victory Lane tonight?
We got a good shot at it. A lot of good cars and drivers here. We just got to hit the setup a little. We're a little bit off right now, but we'll give them a run.
Yeah, you're one of those guys that's been all around, all over the place. You know how to get the setup for a slick track. I'll tell you tonight, you got a slick track to work with.
Yeah, she's slippery. These daytime shows are tough, but maybe they'll put a little water down here. Maybe we can get 2 grooves and put on a good show for you fans.
Good luck to you, Pat.
Thank you.
Pat Ward, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, the draw. I think I dropped my pen, didn't I? Nope, put it in the pocket. All right, driver of the number 9S, Super Matt Shepard. Shepard going to pull number 6 for Matt Shepard. Matt, former regular here at the Speedway, got to feel good to go out there and win that heat race event.
Yeah, we pulled a good number coming through the gate and started on the pole. That certainly helped. We're okay. We're nothing special. We're gonna have to get a little better if we want to get up there and get down for the win in the feature.
Now I know I talked to Pat, asked him. You know, you're another guy that's toured all over the place. You know how to get the car hooked up to a slick track today. You got the slick track. You think you guys are gonna be good to go?
I hope so. I'm on a little different tire than I'm used to. See some guys running good with Hoosiers. Maybe I should put them on, but I don't know. We'll see. It's a long race. So.
Matt, good luck to you.
Thanks.
All right, up next to draw. Out of Sharon Springs, New York, regular here each and every Sunday night with us, driver of the number 1J, Bobby Varon. And Bobby draws number 2 for Bobby Varon. Hey, Bobby. You know, you didn't have a great draw in the heat race, but lucky for you, a couple cars dropped out and gave you a good starting spot. You got a win last night at Fun. I think things are starting to head in your direction right now.
Well, let's hope so. You know, we got a really good field of cars here tonight, and I want to thank all the fans for coming out, and hopefully they get a chance to see a really good show here today.
Now, normally you run the small block. Today, running the big block. What do you think? If the track's a little slick, is it going to be a little tough for you, or are you going to be okay?
Yeah, the track's a little slippery, but, you know, I think we're going to be all right. We've got a really good race car, and we've got a real good bunch of guys behind us.
Bobby, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bobby Barron, ladies and gentlemen, he will start on the outside of the front row alongside Pat Ward. Up next to draw, driver out of Edwards, New York, driving the John Lazor Racing, car number 19, Tim Fuller. I don't have it, she has it. Number 5 for Tim Fuller, number 5. Oh, he's turning around on me. Doesn't want to talk to me. I got no love. No love. Up next to draw, driver of the number 4, the wild child, Andy Bacchetti. You know, you're not going to get away that easy if I have to tackle you out here, all right? Well, number 8. Now, I'll tell you what, 8 starting spot still isn't that bad in a 200-lap race.
No, just getting in this shows it's a big feat for us.
I'll tell you, you've had a couple of tough weeks here so far to start the season. You've been good everywhere else you've been, but here you've struggled a little bit, had some mechanical problems, but tonight looks like everything is heading in the right direction.
You know, I mean, right now the track is what it is. It's pretty smooth. I mean, the car seems to be really, really good. It's a new PMC car, and you know, hopefully we can hang there in the top 10.
Well, Andy, good luck to you tonight.
Thanks, bud.
Andy Bacchetti, he will start 8th. Up next, driver out of Unadilla, New York, driving car number 91, Billy Decker. A lot of high numbers. Actually, 3 and 4 are left. 4, so 4. Hey, that was close. 4 starting spot on the outside, good starting spot for you.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. I don't know. Track slickens off and gets even from top to bottom. It probably isn't a bad starting spot. So we'll take it and see if we can do the right steps here and finish it off.
Yeah, car looked real good in that heat race. You were really able to get a lot of bite there off the bottom. Once you got out in front, you were able to drive away.
No, it was okay. You know what I mean? We didn't get away from them too bad. Just hopefully that bottom gives up and the top gives up, and then it's level, slick, top to bottom. Then it doesn't matter where you need to go.
Billy, good luck.
Thank you.
Billy Decker, ladies and gentlemen, he will start 4th. Up next, driver out of Fairhaven, Vermont, driver of the number 26. They call him the Flash, Dave Camara.